I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au and I'm coming to you once again from the coal industry event for 2025. Standing next to me is Nick Jorss, the chairman of Coal Australia. Nick, thank you so much for inviting me along tonight.
Pleasure.
I'm very happy to be here. Now, I've got to say, we've got to talk about this get-up. Absolutely love that you've kicked the dress code to the door. We built
I wear this everywhere.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Let's talk about what's great about the coal industry. Obviously, you're clearly passionate about it. Why is that?
I love the coal industry because I love the people. I think the people are tremendous. They're honest. They're hardworking. You know, they're really quintessential, true Australians, true Aussies, and up here, they're true Queenslanders. But I also love it because it puts so much back into our communities. Our workforce is massive. We employ tens of thousands of people directly. We support literally hundreds of thousands of jobs, all the way from Moranbah down to Brisbane, Hunter Valley, Sydney, and throughout Australia, really. We are the second biggest export industry in Australia. And without us, we wouldn't have nearly as much sort of prosperity. So it's something we've got to nurture and we've got to make sure that it prospers.
Well, let's talk about nurturing that message across Australia because, Australia started out riding the sheep's back and coal's now our major export, as you just pointed out. How do we remind people that this industry is actually not just critical to Queensland, but to Australia's prosperity as well?
Yeah, look, it's a really good point. I mean, I think we've sort of hit our light under a bushel for too long. The Australian Coal Association got sort of snuffed out in 2013, and we haven't had a voice. Now, as of a year ago, exactly a year in this forum, it's when we formally launched Coal Australia. So we are reclaiming the space, we're reclaiming the public narrative, we're reclaiming our rightful place. People say iron ore is our biggest export, depending on the year, but coal is absolutely up there as our first or second biggest export, underwriting so much of our prosperity. So it's about being loud and proud. It's about having our people feel comfortable, to go to a barbecue and say that they work in the coal industry, they feel proud of that. There's been a real push from the activists to try and make us feel ashamed of our industry, but we shouldn't. We should be entirely proud of it. We've got some of the cleanest, best coal in the world. We export it, it makes the steel and provides the electricity for the globe and for ourselves. So we should be extremely proud of it.
I'm going to just draw on one final question here because I know you have an enormous body of knowledge, if you don't mind. You talk about how we have the cleanest of the best coal, but we also pull that coal from highly regulated mines. Could we argue that it's actually better for Australia to actually mine our coal because of those conditions that we operate under and the quality of the coal that we're sending out into the world?
Oh, absolutely. I think we do have some of the cleanest, best coal. We have the highest environmental standards, and the E in ESG, stands for environment. But it's not just about carbon dioxide emissions. It's also about what footprint we leave, in the areas we impact. And Queensland, Australia, and New South Wales are the best in the world at doing that. So, the fact is that, as I'll say later tonight, since we've had a war on coal here in Australia since 2011, our exports and our coal hasn't grown, but Indonesia's has grown from 300 million tonnes to 800 million tonnes. So all we've done is exported those emissions, those jobs, that prosperity to other countries. The coal demand continues to go up. Since 2011, coal demand's up about 1.5 billion tonnes a year. We're just decided not to service it. So I think it's absolutely crazy. I think we've got the best coal, the best people, and the best industry, and we should be celebrating that, and we should be exporting more of it.
And I'm going to argue that you've probably got the best shirt on tonight. Listen, Nick.
I've got another one under this, but I'm going to reveal it a bit later.
Listen, Nick, I know there's one heck of a party happening behind us. I'm going to let you get back to it. Thank you so much for having me along tonight.
Thanks a lot, Shay.